For once, there is nothing up my sleeve. Just some scars from a life that used to trouble me. I used to run at first sight of the sun.
Good night, I'm your host, Wendy. Welcome to the finals of our Biochemiacs Gameshow. These are our finalists.
Hi, I'm Jenny from the block.
Yeah, Danny man, Word representing Danny.
And here's our opposition from Planks University.
Man, as your boy raps here.
And I'm Speedy. Protein rocks. I like protein.
Okay, here's how this is going to go down. First, I'll ask a question. The first university to buzz in will have the opportunity to answer that question. If the answer is incorrect, then the other university can take the steal. Here's our first question. Describe the committed step in fatty acid synthesis. Okay, this question goes to Doubles King University.
Yeah, Danny here. The committed step, well, this is the making of malonyl-CoA from acetyl-CoA using the enzyme acetyl-CoA carboxylase, right? So this is the slowest step in the reaction of fatty acid synthesis. Oh, and that enzyme that I mentioned before, acetyl-CoA carboxylase, this is the most regulated enzyme in that process.
That is correct. You'll get 5 points. Here's our next question. What is the rate determining step in ketogenesis? Whoa, this question goes to Planks University.
Yeah, the rate determinant step, right? That is when you're trying to make pilau and end up making doubles instead. Rate determinant, right?
What pepper sauce you talking, boy?
That is incorrect. Doubles King, you can take the steal.
The rate determinant step is the reaction from acetoacyl to HMG-CoA. The enzyme is HMG-CoA synthase. It requires one acetyl-CoA molecule and releases a CoA. HMG-CoA synthase is the most regulated enzyme in ketogenesis.
Correct. Doubles King, congratulations. Good steal. Now the score is 10-0. Here's your next question. Name the 4 lipoproteins with respect to their density and protein content in descending order, and which lipoprotein is considered to be bad. Okay, this question goes to Planks.
Wait, what is descending order again?
From high to low.
Oh, okay then, well. So it goes from HCl to LDLs and VLDLs and chiromicrons being the least dense. The lipoprotein, which is considered to be bad, are LDLs as it promotes the buildup of deposits on the artery walls, mainly at points of damage. This is due to its high percentage of cholesterol, and its attachment can be linked to the surface protein found on it. The artery wall secretes white blood cells which try to digest this buildup, ends up accumulating and oxidizing the LDLs, which leads to inflammation. More LDLs then build up, which leads to plaque growth and arteriosclerosis. All of this occurs if the ratio of LDLs to HDLs are high, where there are more LDLs, as HDLs are used to help remove this buildup.
Very good. That is correct. It's about time you all get some points. Here's your next question. What is the purpose of the carnitine shuttle system and how it is inhibited? This question goes to Planks University.
Okay.
Okay. The carnitine shuttle system transfers long-chain fatty acids from a cytosol into the mitochondrial matrix using 2 enzymes and 1 antiporter protein. Carnitine combines with fatty acyl-CoA by the enzyme CPT1 to form fatty acyl-carnitine. It is then transferred into the mitochondrial matrix where carnitine is released back into the cytosol by the aid of CPT2. Now the fatty acyl-CoA is not in the mitochondrial matrix. The allosteric inhibitor of the carnitine shuttle system would be malonyl-CoA, as it inhibits CPT1 from preventing the entry of long-chain fatty acyl groups.
Well done. That is correct.
Okay.
We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to the Biochemiacs Gameshow. We're on round 2. Here's our case study. Gym Master Gains opens a new gym and is promoting the use of L-carnitine for improved performance. Some members say that there is no effect, while others say it works well. From your knowledge of lipid metabolism, does the use of L-carnitine supplements help improve athletic performance? Okay, this question goes to Planks University.
The evidence is insufficient and inconclusive that it improves athletic performance by speeding up beta oxidation to provide ATP for gluconeogenesis. However, There's evidence that shows the use of L-carnitine supplements improves the rate at which it is removed from accumulated acyl groups from the mitochondria, detoxification, and speeds up recovery from exercise stress. But, considering the theory of beta oxidation and the carnitine shuttle system, if there is more L-carnitine in the body, it will result in higher concentrations of long-chain fatty acids being transferred into the mitochondrial matrix hepatocytes for beta oxidation. As a result, glucose will be released into the blood, and there will be more energy available for muscle contraction or increased muscle athletic performance.
Very good, that is correct. Next question. MCAD, which is medium chain acid-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency, is one of the most common defects in fatty acid oxidation. Consider a patient with this deficiency, or one like it, which impairs fatty acid oxidation. What would the symptoms, if any, the diagnosis, and a form of treatment be? This question goes to Doubles King University.
Firstly, a deficiency in an enzyme such as
Medium chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase (MCAD) prevents the body from converting certain fats to energy during fasting. Thus, there is a deficient in fatty acid oxidation. Beta oxidation provides acetyl-CoA, which is a positive allosteric activator for pyruvate carboxylase in the first bypass reaction in gluconeogenesis. Less acetyl-CoA will result in less pyruvate carboxylase, so gluconeogenesis that occurs during prolonged fasting, where pyruvate is converted to glucose to maintain blood glucose level, is inhibited. FADH2 and NADH are also produced, which is used to generate ATP or energy. This deficiency in MCAD would result in hypoglycemia, as there is effects in the products of beta oxidation. If a diagnosis of a patient is done, ketone bodies will be absent from the blood. The best treatment in most cases is to prevent the patient from entering the fasting state.
That is correct. Well done, Doubles King University. Now the score is 25-25. We'll be back for round 3 after these messages. Welcome back to the Biochemiacs Gameshow. We're on round 3. Here's our next question. It's a case study worth 20 points. Consider obesity, how it is diagnosed, what happens in the body at that state, and also what is occurring in the adipose tissue. Okay, this question goes to Planks University.
Alright, so obesity is considered as a buildup of large amounts of excess body fat, which is resultant of a high energy intake greater than its energy output. It is a dysfunction of the weight regulatory system. Obesity may be caused by lifestyle as well as genetic disorders, or it is hereditary. Many other diseases are associated with obesity, such as diabetes, hypertension, and cancer. A person is determined to be obese if their body mass index is 30 or greater. In obesity, one can be upper body obese or lower body obese, where fat deposits are found more so in the trunk and then legs and thighs respectively. Visceral fat stores which occur in obesity result in many health risks, and as they are more metabolically active for lipolysis. Adipocytes play important roles in the weight regulation of the body by the secretion of hormones in proportion to the amount of fat stored in this area. For example, leptin, which is a hormone that controls appetite. Therefore, large amounts of visceral adipose tissue are harmful, as the increased amount of hormones and free fatty acids are easily able to enter the liver via the portal vein. This can result in insulin resistance and in domino effects into increased synthesis of triacylglycerols. Adipocytes can expand to 2 or 3 times their volume over long periods of high energy intake and obesity. Pre-adipocytes in the tissue are stimulated to proliferate, increasing the number of adipocytes cells in them and the size of the cells itself.
Way to go, Planks. You get 20 points. Doubles King. You gotta keep up. We'll be back for a speed run after these messages. Welcome back to our speed round. Okay, this round has 7 questions. See how much you can get to win, with each question being worth 10 points. Where does beta oxidation occur?
mitochondrial matrix.
Correct. LDL is referred to as?
Bad cholesterol.
Correct. What are the products of ketogenesis?
Acetyl acetate, trihydroxybutyrate, and acetone.
In every cycle of beta oxidation, how many carbons are removed?
Well, finally, 2 carbons.
Correct. Fatty acid synthesis occurs in the...
In the cytosol.
Correct. What is the main regulatory enzyme in lipid synthesis?
Acetyl-CoA carboxylase.
Correct. In what organ and organelle does ketogenesis occur?
Mitochondria in the liver.
Correct. Yes, I think we have a winner. Congratulations, Charlie and Jenny of Double Skin University. Come collect your prize of a bucket of chana and a year's supply of chana.
Okay, good day. This is Speedy.
Hello?
You know, 24 and Speedy. These are all contestants. These are all finalists. Sorry. Welcome to the finals of our Biochemiacs Gameshow. Okay, here's how that's gonna go down. First, I'll ask a question. The first that is incorrect.
Now we're 10 to 0. That's good.
Action.
Good enough over.
Action. We're doing straight up. Alright. One, that's all. 1, 2, 3.
Jenny and Danny, come collect your prize of a bucket of chana and you'll get a year's supply of chana for your university. Congratulations.
No, what is it? Okay.